contemplating on the heart today as a spiritual organ. The heart is an intelligent organ, and it is the source of our spiritual light. When we become alienated from our heart energy and we get too caught up in our mind or in fear, we can't make the kinds of decisions that we need to in our lives to open ourselves up to the magic of life. The same way that our physical heart carries on the function of pumping blood through our bodies and is responsible for our physical life, our thriving, is the same way that the spiritual energy of the heart is related to our ability to thrive and be spiritually alive. It's very important to understand the significance of the heart as a spiritual organ. If you understand the heart as a spiritual organ, then you begin to understand why it's so important to listen to it. You begin to tune in more to its energy. You begin to trust its spiritual guidance, and you begin to more easily be able to make the kinds of decisions in your life without necessarily having to see or be able to prove or know beyond a shadow of a doubt visually through manifestation that you're making the right decision. The energy of the heart is intuitive. It knows things before they happen. Because its food source or its energy source is the light, which is the light from God or the light from the Creator or Source, then it's always connecting us to that which is happening or moving us towards what is best for us. When we don't listen to the energy of our heart and we do things like, first let me say, when we don't listen to the energy of our heart, then our heart begins to grieve. You probably have heard the saying that someone has a hard heart or someone is very cold-hearted. When our hearts are not in sync with our higher power, then we become alienated, disconnected, and separated from our essential goodness. And there are a lot of things that we can do in our everyday life that cultivate this sense of alienation and isolation. Things such as constantly complaining, being ungrateful, covetousness, jealousy, envy, wanting what other people have, being arrogant, being stingy, being selfish, lacking in compassion, backbiting, gossiping. All of these kinds of things have a spiritual effect, and over time, the culmination of these kinds of energies drive a wedge between what it is that we are supposed to abstain from, being that goodness is our essential nature. I'm someone that believes that goodness is our essential nature, and that it is environment that determines whether we nurture and cultivate that essential goodness, or if we end up in a space where we give way to more of the kinds of things that are not good for us, that are counterproductive, things that some people might refer to as immoral. So when we begin to move away and separate ourselves from our heart energy, we begin to become more easily disconnected each time from the heart energy, to the point that eventually we can no longer feel that energy. And that's what we refer to sometimes as somebody having a cold heart, or somebody having a dark heart. And believe it or not, it's that same energy that separates you from the flow that needs to permeate throughout your heart chakra and keep that energy flowing and keep that chi moving the way it needs to move. And eventually that spiritual dis-ease, because having a hard heart is a form of spiritual disease, literally. that actually can begin to have a physical impact. The hardening of the arteries for someone that has arteries, for someone that has a hard heart is a very real thing. So we have to begin to really examine what parts of our bodies become ill when we don't embrace the kind, loving, compassionate energy that we are encouraged to as a result of this heart. So I'm saying all of this, and I made this video today just to have you to think about the ways in your life that you may be disconnected from your heart energy. It could be in a loving relationship. It could be that maybe you find yourself not being kind to the person that you say you love, or not exercising compassion. It could be being overly judgmental and harshly criticizing the people that you are around, or the people that you may feel displeasure with. It could be cutting yourself off from forgiveness. Clearly, forgiveness is a higher vibration. Those of you out there who really believe in God and have a particular religious practice are taught that forgiveness is something that we get from the Creator, right? Forgiveness is something that is a mercy. It's something that we need to be forthcoming with because we ourselves need forgiveness. So to cut yourself off from the energy of forgiveness. And I'm talking about also not just forgiving other people, but self-forgiveness. So there are a multitude of ways that you may be cutting yourself off from the light of your heart. And I'm asking you to take a few moments today to hold space with that thought and think about the ways in your current reality that you may be blocking the energy of your heart that needs to come through. When the energy of your heart is open, you are loving. When the energy of your heart is open, you are compassionate. When the energy of your heart is open, you feel gratitude. You're able to give and receive love. You're able to let go of negative emotion. You're able to make the kinds of choices that move your life forward. You're able to unblock your energy, essentially, which means you let in the abundance, you let in the light, you let in the kinds of energetic vibrations that propel you forward. So consider what you can do differently today to open up to more of your heart energy. And never forget that the heart is a spiritual organ, and you never want to close it off from its light source. You with Tanisha Aliyah, Butterfly Transformations. My book will be coming out before my birthday on November the 17th. September the 17th. I don't know my birthday. September the 17th. You will be able to purchase it on Amazon. It is called Manifesting Your Magnificence, Self-Coaching and Daily Mindset Reflections for Up-Leveling and Living Your Best Life. As I said, it will be coming out and available to you by September the 17th. More than likely before then. Keep an eye out for it. You can reach me at Butterfly Transformations. I'm loving you. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, I love your likes, your subscribes, your shares, and your commentary. So if there's a video that you like, please comment on it. Give me some feedback. If there's something else that you want to discuss or talk about as it relates to your spiritual journey, please engage me in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to spend some time. Have a wonderful day. Be prosperous. Be abundant. Be joyful. Be light. Be laughter. Be all of those wonderful things. Keep that vibration up. And I'll see you around next time. Join the evolution.